want to talk to you today about gifting. Gifting is an important part of my business. I meet people all the time that if I can just prime the pump. You know, in the old days we had water pumps, and you had to pour water down in the pump, and then you pump the handle and you got water. That's called priming. Well, sometimes we just need to prime the pump. And a friend of mine primed the pump with me, and he gifted me a bottle of this MoreMito, this Restore. He gifted it to me because he primed the pump, and he knew that I was a people person, and he knew that I had an organization of 80,000 members, and he thought if he could just get Will to try this product, maybe it would work. Well, let me tell you a story. I met a brilliant 92-year-old woman who was not doing super well, and I asked her if I were to gift you a bottle of this Restore to restore your energy and restore your health, would you take it? And she hesitated, and finally she said, yes, I'd take it. So I sent her a bottle of Restore, and she started taking it. And I called her, and she said, wow, when I take this, I get a lot of energy for about an hour or so. Well, that was a big step for her. So now I just had to teach her to, instead of just dumping it in her mouth once a day, to put a little bit in her mouth all day long, and guess what? It's like throwing tinder on a fire. Well, I'm a firm believer in gifting things, priming the pump. So I've got a challenge for you. There's a lot of people out there that have phenomenal personalities. They're smart. They may not have book learning, but you know, the smartest two people I ever knew in my life had third-grade educations. And both of them in today's economy would be billionaires. And they were mentors of mine when I was just a teenager. And they taught me about life. And they said, life is about ideas. You can hire all the brains you want for $20,000 a year. Well, when I went into business, I found out that in today's economy, you can hire all the brains you want for $50,000 a year. And so I hired PhDs to work for me. I hired people with master's degrees to work for me. Well, I'm sharing this with you because I want you to think about this. Some of the smartest people I've ever met don't have a lot of book learning. Some of them are single moms. Some of them are single dads. Some of them are people just struggling with their family. They've got a family they're trying to feed. They're struggling. Well, if they just had an opportunity, they could do something with their life. Well, this MoreMito is an opportunity. And it's an opportunity that costs you nothing. It's free to get involved. It doesn't cost you a dime. In fact, if you want to get signed up, get a hold of the person that shared this video with you, and they'll sign you up for free. It won't cost you anything. And then you have access to the products, or you have access to share the products with other people. When you sign up, you'll get a back office that's full of information. It gives you everything that you need. Now, I mean, and there's only 3 basic products in the company, and 2 of them are human products. Restore is one of them, and the other one is Rejuvenate. These are 2 of them. And the third one is a pet product, and some people spend more money on pets than they do on themselves. This is an opportunity to earn income, and there's 4 kinds of people in my business world. There's 4 kinds of people. There's spare time people. They do something once in a while when they feel like it. There's part-time people. They do things on a consistent basis, part-time, a few hours a week. Then there's full-time people. They work maybe 40 hours a week, and they consider that full-time. And then there's people that are ultimately successful, and that's people like myself, and they're all-time people. They're set on a mission, and they don't stop at 8 hours a day. When I started my companies, it was not unusual for me to work 14 hours a day, 6 days, 7 days a week. And that was how I developed success. Because if you build enough of a financial base, you can grow that. But you can't grow nothing. If you multiply nothing times 1,000, you get nothing. If you have $1,000, you multiply it times 1,000, you've got $1 million. Well, this is a great opportunity. So it's an opportunity for everyone. So I'm looking for single moms, and single dads and young couples who have great personalities, have great drive, have integrity, have honesty, and I can help them become successful in this enterprise. So I'm sharing that with you because I want you to think the way I'm thinking. I want you to think that way. Who can you help? How can you prime the pump? How can you get somebody started? You know, there's people like me out there that have huge centers of influence. I mean, my wife and I have a website. We've got almost 28,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people. That's a big network. That's a big network of people. There's people like me out there. If Frankie hadn't gifted me a bottle of this, I wouldn't have done anything with it. Because when he gifted me that bottle and I experienced it, experience is a great teacher. Ben Franklin said, experience is the best teacher, but only a fool learns by no other. Well, if you've experienced something, you know what it is. And I can tell you this product is beyond amazing. And I just want you to be sharing it with people, and with people that have memory challenges, help them get over the memory challenges. I mean, what have you got to lose? You buy a bottle of this for $100, you give it to somebody, and they get better, and they tell 100 of their friends, and that returns thousands of dollars in compensation for you. I mean, this is a give and give and give and give, and you can't outgive. You can't outgive. You can give foolishly, but you can't outgive. So find somebody somebody to mentor, somebody that's got huge potential, and if you're willing to work with them, you can take them to higher levels of expectation in their own lives. So just do it. Thanks.